Hey YouTube, petey twofinger here with this kind of it's a review video, I guess. The company that I would like to give a thumbs up to today is called Dharma Trading Company. And this is the supplier that I bought my dye and soda ash to make this tie-dye t-shirt. So going back a few years, I had gotten the idea to make some tie-dye. Many years ago, I knew a guy who made tie-dye. He had implied that at one point he was going to show me how to do it because he had the supplies. Well, that never really panned out. He gifted me a tie-dye that I wore for many years. It's one of my favorite shirts. So I had planned on doing it. I collected how I ended up going about doing it was reading online, making the order. We got 5 different colors of dye, including black. And then the soda ash, which is you add the soda ash to the water and then you soak the cotton shirt in the soda ash, and that is what enables the dye to stick well to the fabric so it won't wash out. So it's imperative. That's the step that you really kind of have to do. Other than that, it's basically you wind the shirt into a circle and then you apply the dye starting from the center and working out in various colors. Like there's a certain way to do it to get a good dye that looks like the one that I'm wearing right now, and you can look that up and see which colors go where, or however you really want to do it. There's really no right way to do a tie-dye. If you're trying to clone this, which is a popular thing to do, but there's all sorts of different things, and I don't really want to make this a long video. I just wanted to give a thumbs up to the Dharma Trading Company. It was a minimal investment. It wasn't a real lot of money to produce a lot of really wonderful garments. How we did it was going around to Goodwill and Salvation Army and purchasing as much cotton t-shirts, white stuff. And we even got some shirts that had collars. You know, you could do whatever. If you can get a pantsuit, you know, you could make a tie-dye jumpsuit, which would be really cool for some. It's a little bit over the top for me. I mean, I'm not exactly Timothy Leary. I would look like some kind of a psychedelic nightmare at my weight. 300 pounds of bad acid trip coming at you down chute number 1, you know. Wouldn't be too pleasant. But yeah, we did it outside because it's messy. You're going to want to have gloves. The soda ash and the ink's not good for your hands. And you're going to want to have extra water for cleanup. The dye gets everywhere. We worked on a surface, on like a workbench type of surface, and rolling them up into a swirl pattern, the shirts, getting them tight, packing them really well. That produces a nice pattern, and then putting the ink in there, flip it over, put the ink, try to do the same thing in the same spots, and then put it in a bag. We put them in a regular plastic shopping bag and tied that off, and then we would lovingly set it off to the side. And they sit overnight, 24 to 48 hours, I forget. It's something like you can do it up to a week. The longer you let the ink set, the brighter the color will be, and the more it will set, meaning it won't wash out. If you wash the garment often, which that's the thing, the dye by its nature, it isn't permanent dye. So utilizing the soda ash will help to keep it in. But it's a good idea to try to take care of your tie-dye clothing and not stress it, not wash it as often as you would wash other items. That being said, I mean, for what it costs, it would be smart if you really like this type of clothing to purchase a good amount of the dye and a good amount of the soda ash. So when you wear the shirt out, you could go ahead and do another run of tie-dye stuff. And that's what I intend to do. You know, I intend to look for some clothing that look really comfortable stuff that's the right size, and do those. And I'd like to do a dress shirt, like a big white dress shirt, and do that tie-dye. I think that would be really cool. But what happened with us, I remember like the second or third one that I did, I thought, wow, that looks perfect, just from looking at how people had done it on the videos. And when we finished up, I went in and cleaned up, and my wife and kids kind of took care of the cleanup outside for me because I had this painful back injury. And then they sat. And then as time went on, we brought them in, and we're going through everything, rinsing them out. A lot of ink comes out of them. Dye, excuse me. You rinse them out, and then eventually I think we did wash them. You run it in the machine, and that gets it to set. It's like a warm or hot water wash cycle that you do. And after that whole process and hanging them dry, I'm going through everything, and I'm like, where's that one? It wasn't there, this one that I thought was this perfect dye. Well, 3 months later, my wife comes in. We're outside doing something. My wife comes up and says, look what I found. And here it was. It had fallen and went behind a picnic table, fallen into a bush or something. It was just out of sight. And here it is. It's the one that turned out to be my favorite. It's the shirt that fits me the best. And it came out, nice and bright and perfect for me. So a huge thumbs up to the Dharma Trading Company. Take a look at what they sell there. It's all really cool textile-based art, mostly tie-dye stuff and tie-dye supplies. But I just wanted to give them a shout-out because they're a good company, good people, and I really enjoyed the entire process. It was a cool, fun project for the family. So if you haven't ever done that, and if you have, you know who Dharma is, because they're the people that have been doing this forever. So check it out, and peace.